Today we are going to talk about the US skin lightening product policy, right? Something new and also upcoming FBA fee updates. Right, so just in case you're in the wrong webinar, this is a topic we'll be covering today. Right, I saw a couple of new names today. All right, thanks for joining in. Right, so I have a QR code here. So if you are new, you might want to save this QR code, right, save this link because I will put in updates on a weekly basis on the new webinar as well as the information I share in the slides, like where you can download Seller University resources, where you can go to the help pages, etc. on Seller Central. I will be sharing it in this QR code. Right, so you only need to remember this QR code, this link, right? So there's not a lot of different links that you need to go to. Just remember this and you can get the updated content from me. Okay. Right, I think we are good. Right, thanks for joining and thanks again for letting me know earlier on where you're from. We're gonna start now. Right, some important notice for you to take a quick read. Right, basically just to share as a business owner yourself, do your own due diligence. While we're sharing some recommendation, it's best that you take in those informations and then if you need any further assistance, do consult your legal, finance, or tax team or any other professional advisor. All right. So over here, if you're new, do subscribe to our YouTube channel. All right, I put the channel link there already. So the channel has been growing very well. Thank you so much for all the support who are already subscribed to it. So what happened is that after the webinar, I will be sharing the recording into our official YouTube channel here. And there is a playlist that's only for the live webinar. Of course, there is a lot of other very useful videos you can find, right? So I will be uploading all the recordings. So in case you're wondering if I'll be sharing the slides, there will be no slides, but I will be uploading the recording. So at every end of the webinar, I will have a Q&A section. And this one will only be for live attendee, for all of you here, right? So that to be fair for you that you share your time with me here, we will have a Q&A segment that will not be uploaded, right? So if I have any demo, etc., I will also share it at the end. Right, so do stay with us to the end, right, for this webinar. Right, secondly, you can ask question anytime. If you share your question during the registration, I would have extracted it in the morning. Right, so if you later on see that your question is not here, I may need your help to type it again, right, in case I miss it. So to find that, right, on your control that you can see, you should be able to find the question mark icon, all right, and then click on it. You will be able to put your questions there. And then since I'm the only one here, so I will only get to see your question at the end. All right. Okay, last but not least, remember that the information I share today is updated as of today. So if you watch the recording or what, remember to always go to the Seller Central Help or the Sellers University resources to get the most updated information, especially for things like policy or fees, right? You never know, when there is any new updates. So it's best to check out on the website, which is always the most updated. Okay, so this is the team I'm in, the Amazon Seller Education team. And what you are attending right now is the live webinar. All right, we have invited guest speaker, etc., or service provider, or even other Amazonians like account managers that we will get them in to share their insights and to have a discussion or to respond and interact during the Q&A. And the other one that we have is the Amazon Seller University. I hope everyone is more familiar with this. In the Seller Central, you will be able to go find Seller University under the Navigation Learn tab, and then you look for Seller University. There's a lot of topics that you can run through, you can learn on your free time, and there are guides you can access as well, and you'll be able to keep track of your learning progress on Seller University at the same time. So on the YouTube, we also have quite a number of Seller University short form videos that you can watch it too. All right, very quickly, today's takeaway for this session. Right, just so you will bear this in mind as you are going through the session with me today. Right, hopefully by the end you'll be able to understand what is this new updated regulation. Right, learn about the new policy requirements for lightning products that you might want to or are going to sell in the US store. Right, discover or rather find out how you can update your listing, upload those requirements, documents, etc., get it tested. And lastly, about the fee updates for next year, 2025. All right, I'm going to start off with the topic right now. So for those of you who just joined, remember that you can ask your questions anytime on the question box on your right side. All right, so this skin lightening product compliance policy. So like the title says, it has got to do with the compliance of the product. Right, so if you list product on Amazon, you have to comply with all the applicable laws, regulation, and standards. Right, I hope everyone is aware of these. All right, and especially on Amazon, we are very particular about the products that sellers are selling to make sure that the customers get products that is compliant with all the local laws and regulations. All right, of the products that you are going to sell. So what does this policy cover? All right, so I put it here. Right, since it's a policy update, is very wordy. You can see I'll just highlight the important things. Right, included but not limited to this product. Here, bleaching creams, whiteners, skin brighteners, fading cream, etc. All right, so this product that is usually marketed as like skin lightener, anti-aging kind of product. All right, these are all the products that will be applicable for this skin lightening products policy, compliance policy. All right. So some more findings here is that as we know, skin lightening products found to have contained some form of mercury. Right, because of this, Amazon prohibit all skincare product that contain mercury or is equivalent. Right, that's mentioned over here. Right. So in short, to share with you the gist of it is that the skincare product that contain mercury are prohibited to be on sale on Amazon. Okay. All right. So comes the policy. Now Amazon will require selling partners. Selling partners will be like yourself, the sellers, right? You have to verify that your skin lightening product meets the policy via third-party testing, all right, which I will share what is this about. So on an annual basis, you need to ensure your product that you are listed in the store meets the following criteria. Right, so things like you need to have the label, all right, you need to have the good manufacturing practice certificates, right, and of course the FBA facility registration, etc. Right, what are the requirements over here? Are the required documents? And some more requirements over here. All right, so these are all very US based kind of what I call the requirement you can see here, AOAC 2011, etc. Right. So this is the testing requirements that you need to adhere to. Right. So if you're already selling, your product might have some form of ISO certification, etc. So do take note here. Right, for products where testing already been conducted by this ISO 17025, right, accredited lab. All right, so initiate a test report form, TRF, for the products that is subjected to the policy, right, to the approved service provider of your choice by following the steps below, which we will share later as well. Right, this is the continuation of the table before. Right, so what you need to test, all right, this is basically to tell you what needs to be tested, etc. Can see there is actually a lot of requirements, right? I would say that most seller may not be aware of what exactly is required because these terms might be very technical. Only like those who are very actively involved in getting these certificates approval, etc., may be aware. So it's either if you have a team or if you have someone who knows these, they can help you with these, or you should engage service provider, etc. Alright, so just to share, even though you might have all the documents, end of the day, Amazon will or might ask for additional information to verify your product, whether is it safe and whether it's compliant at any time. Right, so it's not to say that once you submitted your document and it's approved and there will be no more further requests. So there might be, depending on whether or not is there requirements on any changes. So Amazon may reach out to you again to seek for any other approval documents, etc. So do check on your account health performance notification pages to see if there's any request of information required. Right, so earlier on I mentioned about this third-party testing, inspection, and certification organization. So you might see in some help guide they call it the TIC organization. Right, so you will have to go to all these approved third-party testing, inspection, and certification organization listed below in order to get your product approved and verified against Amazon Skin Lightening Products Policy. Okay, the link I will share it in the QR code that I shared earlier on. You can find the link if you go to the compliance segment. You can find the links over there that leads you to Seller Central, and you can go and click on each of these to understand more about all these third-party organizations that can do the testing for you. And also do note that this might be subject to changes, all these third-party organization, right? Other than that, if you know where to find your manage your compliance dashboard, you can also go over there to check out all these organizations that you can reach out to. Right, this is something that I mentioned earlier on already. Right, if you already have some form of this ISO certification from some other accredited laboratories, or include those. Right, submit these forms that you already have to those providers that we shared earlier on, those TIC organizations approved by Amazon. Okay, I will share some steps and also some screenshots of the process. All right, so what you need to do, remember you go to your manage your compliance dashboard, or you can search for these on the help if you are not sure where is the dashboard. All right, over there you can go to add compliance or file an appeal option. All right, so there's an option for you to appeal for appeal request, right? And the reason for appeal if it's applicable to the product, right? If you think that or you believe that your product that's being flagged out that do not need any required testing or verification, you can submit an appeal as well. And of course, you have to submit the relevant documents to prove that. Yeah. Okay, this is where you go, all right, under the account health page. I'm going to zoom in a little bit, all right. Under the account page below on the right hand side below, you can look at the manage your compliance. All right, over there you'll be able to see the option for you to click on to it. All right, you will reach the dashboard. Okay, step 2, you will see if you have any product that needs to submit the document, you will see the option on incomplete requests. Right, then there will be a guide on telling you what are the product or impacted products that you have that you will need to submit the information and follow through the steps. All right. The button you can see is at the end. All right. At the action column, there's a button. So it's hard to miss. So once you click on that button, what happens? You will reach this page. So this is the part about requesting the lab service. Okay, next step. Under the lab service request, there is a checkbox you want to check if it's not already checked. Skin lightening. Right, this is the lab service request you want to create. All right, and now there'll be a location that you need to select that you need to ship the sample to. Just follow through. All right, so under the laboratories selections, you can select the Amazon approved organization. All right, there will be the field that appear, the field organization that shared before will appear, and you can select one of it. All right, this should be the next step already, huh? All right, this should be step 5. Okay. All right, once you reach this part, or you would have received like a notification, something like the one you see here, right, telling you that the test request has been successfully submitted to the organization you selected, right? Okay, I hope we are clear so far. Right, do note that all of the document you will have to submit have to through this process. Okay, Amazon is not going to accept any documentation directly from the seller, right? So you do not have to create any seller support ticket or upload any files there. It will not be accepted, and this is the only process that Amazon will accept your documentation, right? So just remember this process you need to do, and usually within 2 business days you would receive an email notification. Right, so make sure that you check your email or check your junk or spam email just in case, right? And before you submit, do check again on your account setting. Your email address over there are actually active. You have access to those email. So if you did not change anything, usually the email is the email that you use to log in to your Seller Central. Okay, so in the same dashboard, right, the manage your compliance dashboard, you can see the status, right? So what each status means: under review, so they are still doing the test, right? If it's rejected, you can either appeal or add more information required, right? Means that the test is completed and then the result did not pass the necessary requirements, right? Then hopefully, you get it approved. All right, the green one approved means that everything is okay, result is accepted, right? Well, this is just to show that if your any of the requirements are deemed to be out of the specification, or is not compliant, etc., right, you can initiate another process. All right. So basically, it's to help you file an appeal on this. Right, so another option you can have, for some reason you might want to cancel a test request. Maybe you realize that you submitted a incorrect document, or you did not submit all the required document, or you can cancel it and initiate a new one. Okay, so the cancel, right, is pretty much the same. At the end of the submission of your request, there is a cancel option below. So on the manage your compliance dashboard there, right? You can also see if you decided that you do not want to sell this anymore or you're not selling it anymore, all right, you can close the listing. All right, you can select discontinue product and close the listing. Right, that's the important things about the skin lightening products. Now, important date you want to take note, right? Do submit all this information. If you have any of your product that is being subjected to the updated policy, remember to do it as soon as possible. So the final date is, if it's not done by the January 21st next year, your product might be removed, right? I would say more than likely, so it will be removed. Right, so remember to do it now if you can, if you are selling into the US in the product category of skin lightening, right? Remember to do it as soon as possible. Right, so if you need more detailed help guide, you can go on to Seller Central, right? You can scan the code. It's the one page resource link that I share. If you scroll down, there's a direct link to the Seller Central. All right, next we're gonna move on to the US referral and FBA fee change. Right, so this might be more exciting, and I think this gels well with our session today because this is the last webinar for this year. Right, so I'm gonna go through with you what are the changes. You might have already received some information on your selling account on the Seller Central. Okay, right. So yeah, just focus on the rate wording that I shared over here. All right, basically there are some fee changes, and then in 2025 we're going to focus on simplicity and stability, trying to maximize or rather minimize your operation burden and cost, right, while continue to help you drive growth for your business. Right, this one you can read on the website. Right, I'll give you the gist of it. Right, so as a result, right, Amazon will not increase the US referral and FBA fee, will not introduce any new fee type. Right, so to repeat again, so there will not be any increase in the referral fee, right, and then the FBA fee will not have any new fee type. Right, so you might know that actually start of the year there was some new fee type being introduced, such as the inbounding fee, etc. All right. And then what's good is that there are also some fees that will be lower, and then there's going to be more benefit and support to help you grow your business. All right. So moving on into the coming weeks, right? We'll continue to invest in a lot of the fee-related product, right, such as the fee calculator, right, the fee preview tool, and the FBA inbounding experience, etc. So we hear your feedback, and then now it's very good that you can have more better tools to help you streamline your operations, reducing costs, etc. by having this tool to help you plan better for your business. All right. Three key summary. So there will be lower inbound placement fee for the large and bulky size product. Right. So this will start in the first, or rather the 15th of January 2025. Right. So secondly, the inbound placement fee, right, for the new parent ASIN will be waived, right, if your product qualify for the FBA new selection program and you have created shipment between December 1st this year to March 31st, 2025. All right, so included in shipments created, meaning that you actually created a shipment for the new ASIN, or as part of the FBA new selection program, you will get the inbound placement fee waived. All right, some limitation, all right, it will be up to the first 100 inbounding unit per new parent ASIN. All right, so the next one is we will be having more incentive for adding new selections. right? The current new seller incentive will be enhanced, right? There will be greater fee discount, right, to further support your business growth, right? So this information will be available next year in the 15th January, where there's a seller benefits page as well. So do stay tuned and check out the updated page on January 15th. Right, other than these three key updates, and again, just to repeat, the referral fee and the FBA fee type and rates will not change. So what I shared today is already on the Seller Central help as well. So you might want to bookmark this same QR code. So when the new information comes in next year, I will also reflect it in this one page resource link over here, so you can read on what I shared earlier on. All right, the 2025 FBA inbound placement service fee, and also the referral fee and FBA fee change summary that I shared. Okay, moving on to the end, some resources from Seller University, which I think is very relevant to what we are touching on today. Right, there is a compliance reference tool user guide. You can take a look. Right, it actually guides you or share with you how you can use the reference compliance reference tool to help you find out whether or not the product you are selling actually requires what form of compliance documents. All right, and then another one would be like cross-border trade compliance, something you might want to know if you are new to selling on Amazon. Okay, lastly, as you can see, this is the final webinar for December this year. Now, I'm already in plan on the next year January webinar. All right, so the topic are more or less finalized, just that I have not get the time to update the website. Right, so do check out this QR code. You can bookmark this page that I have, which I will also update in this QR code on the most updated up and coming webinar for January. Right, so if you miss any of this webinar, you can go to our YouTube, which is also this link to watch the webinar playback. Okay, now I'm going to move on to the live Q&A right now. Right, the next slide, I'm going to share the question that I received. Now, if your question is not appearing, you can type it in right now. I will try my best to answer it for you.